There, and welcome to my Rumble token creation video where we are going to create a dwarf cleric named Morgren. She is 6th level, and what we'll do first is we'll turn off prompting because we don't want all those power dialogues that we usually get when we do an import. And you'll notice here it says prompting disabled for PC, so it's not going to ask us. So we'll do the usual F4 where it asks for the source text, which is right here in my handy dandy text editor. So we'll copy that. And that's of course exported from Character Builder, so we're going to paste it in there, and there it goes. It's going to chomp on the data and it's going to put all that stuff into its stats, and we're going to see the stats sheet change, and it's finished. So what we'll do is we'll peel off the library token, and if you look at the stat sheet now, the pop-up stat sheet, you'll see that it has indeed filled out a bunch of things there. So let's go to the next step, which, as you know, is to go to the import D&D 4e powers. And there it goes. What it's going to do is it's going to go to the Notes tab where it's stored all the metadata that it has collected from the XML and create the usual MPB tokens on the library token here. So the powers are going to go in there, and okay, what it's asking for here is it's found a value which it doesn't know the answer to. So we're just going to say okay there. And I'll explain that later. Now, here's something new. This is an SL10. Convert to Rumble. We want to say yes. If you are converting an MPB token, say no, because it's going to destroy this library token here, and that would be bad. So we do want to do a Rumble token, so we'll say okay. And there's the usual text where it says it's created all the powers, and this is for all intents and purposes a Rumble token now. You can see it says Rumble Edition under the Morgren label there. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut that, and now we are going to go to Rumble's framework. So let me just load that up there. Sure, let's go. And this is Rumble's framework. There you can see on the right the familiar tokens, the maroon ones, and here's his default ones. Let's put our token that we just created in there. Paste. So there it is. So notice if you look in the selection window, and here there's no buttons, the macro buttons yet. So we'll do the usual F4, and that gives the, these are all the default Rumble macros that you get. Let's go into editing and see what happened. And yes, indeed, we can see name, class, war priest, race dwarf, level 6, 7500, all the abilities, and go through all these tabs. Make sure everything is being filled out properly according to Character Builder. I've actually got her loaded in Character Builder here. So, you can go into, her skills and make sure all these values are correct. And, various other things like equipment and all that stuff. I'll show you that in a second. So go to the skills, which you just looked at. Resist vulnerable. Let's see. I just want to show you this. Look at this. It found that she's resistant to necrotic and put that in. So that's in there. Let's jump over. There's nothing in leader powers or feats because these two tabs, as far as I'm concerned, are pointless. They don't do anything. So the MPB ignores those. So let's go to the inventory, and it indeed found her longsword and filled in the damage, all that good stuff, the range, and look at this. It changed it to a sacrificial longsword. Why did it do that? Because in the character file, it found the template, sacrificial weapon. It said, hey, wait a second, she's got a longsword, so I'm going to upgrade this longsword to a sacrificial weapon. And look at this. It even put in the +2 for enhancement and the +2 d6 for the critical damage. You're going to have to fill in the feat stuff for yourself. You can edit that later and equip it, what have you. Not a problem. So that's the main stuff. And in the next video, what we're going to do is we're going to look at the powers and how we can configure those. But for all intents and purposes, this worked. So see you in the next video.